Era, all the way down to hearing the voice of the PA announcer from those home games, Matt Hurwitz. We sat down while Matt was in studio recording for the
Oh, say does that.
And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And as teams establish chemistry in the early part of the season, Brent, what are some of the keys?
Well, on the court, really it is about the coaches defining roles. And anytime you get players who buy into those roles in the early part of a year, it's a support system for what the star guys have to do. It builds a ton of confidence and the connectivity that coaching staffs know will lead them ultimately to a team that can compete in the playoffs.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. At one forward, Thompson. At the other forward, Washington. The star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. And it's Gafford in at the 5 spot.
Draymond Green imposing his will and now making threes. This spells trouble with a capital T.
Here's Gafford, and Gafford throws it down.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big foul. It's good from long range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Now here's Gafford. Jackson Davis defending. Gafford passes to Doncic. 13 feet away. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
Oh, nice touch on Luka's mid-range there. The product of a lot of practice time and natural talent.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Pass to Green. Fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Outside Irving. And Curry pulls it down.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Jackson Davis. Melton. drills the three-pointer. Melton's got 6 points.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. A three off the inbound. Drains the three-pointer. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. It's a tie game in the Bay Area. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
The post pair for them. It's Green and Looney. Bajemski out there with Heel. And it's Kuminga in at the three. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. Marshall passes to Kleba, and here is Marshall. Here's the three. Green with the rebound.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Here's Kuminga. Connects from three-point range. Kuminga's got 6.
Kuminga hits enough of those to keep you honest.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Irving dishes to Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Warriors leading by 6. Here's Melton, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Like the confidence from Clay right there, showing off a little bit of the dribbling ability he has.
Back to Jackson Davis. Curry kicks to Wiggins. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Wiggins has got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors. And stolen by Wiggins. Jumps up, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
You talk about Wiggins' aggressiveness on O. It's great when he does it on D. Rewarded that time.
Irving for 3. And Curry pulls it down. Melton feeling it out a bit. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Draymond, of course, not unusual to see you going up against bigger players. So how do you take advantage of that offensively?
I mean, you just got to take advantage of mismatches. You know, most of the time there's a big guy on me. If not, there's usually somebody trying to switch off. I just got to know when to pop and just take advantage of the mismatches.
You've done just that in the first half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out. You know, maybe we should take a road trip. The three of us.
Yeah, if we're going on a road trip, I'm bringing my dogs.
Nah, what about...
Now let's talk about what's been going on in our game. I think we've got to start with Andrew Wiggins. That'll do it for our show.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. On the court for the Mavericks, the star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. Big men on the floor for them. It'll be Washington and Gafford. And it's Thompson in at the 3. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Kuminga's come in for the Warriors. Great shooters. Boy, can they make or break you down the stretch. Here's the league's top shooters right now. You take a look at Gafford. Leading the league in field goal percentage, he always gets good looks.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage just absolutely jumps out at you. It borders on astonishing. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Irving from long range. It's rebounded by Curry.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Steps back. Doncic, no good. Warriors leading by 12. Higgins outside. Shoots the three. A rebound by Washington. Here's Doncic. 8 points for him. Irving with a clean look. Bangs home the trifecta. Irving's got it back down to single digits for the man.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And so it's the Golden State Warriors ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. Back right after. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. In at small and power forward, it'll be Wiggins and Green. DeAnthony Melton out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center. That's the Warriors 5. Back to Melton, outside Curry. Curry from 3.
Good strategy here from the coaching staff. Put the ball in Curry's hands and see what happens. Usually ends up being pretty good.
The 3 for Doncic. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Green, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's a tough one there from Draymond Green. As tough as they come.
Mavericks trail by 12. Thompson outside. Here's Irving, and it's blocked. On the high post, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
We also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Warriors.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Stephen Curry.
It felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
And it's the Warriors' ball. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Draymond.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
You a little too tame. I be shooting that shot like 2K, girl, I know.